Hey everybody, Frankie Day here. Okay guys, I've been shaking on this balsa wood build here for about the last 3 or 4 days. This is my balsa wood build I'm going to be doing for myself for my flying adventure for the summertime. And shortly before spring's over with, I say probably I got another month to have this thing all done, ready to fly. Then they're going to trim the model and everything else. Okay guys, instead of doing that Piper Cub coupe I'm going to be doing, a J4 Cub, I'll be doing a Rearwin Speedster. A coconut scale with a wingspan of 30 inches. Again, this is done by Dumas aircraft balsa wood kits. I'm going to tell you folks, these Dumas kits, they got the game together in producing these kits. They use contest, very light weight balsa they incorporate in the kits, and those laser cut parts just puts all the excellence in the building. Far more superior than the old Gillows and Comet kits, and especially those old Sterling kits you don't get no more, because all those die cut kits, they get crushed by the die cutters, and it's awful hard taking out those bulkheads, not taking half the bulkhead off, the other sticking to the carrier sheet. So anyway, these state-of-the-art kits nowadays, laser cut features on these models nowadays really it puts the final bill of approval. Okay guys, I've been on this for about almost 3-4 days now. This is the Rearwin Speedster, and this is a free flight rubber powered job, and I've got the fuselage complete, all done. All it needs now is additional sanding here and there, prepared for covering. And I'll be working on the tail feathers next. And when the tail feathers are all done, I have them all sanded down and have them prepared as well for covering. Then I'll start on the wing. Once the wing is all done, the same will result on that too. And I'll be able to work on the landing gear and landing gear pants. Now in the kit, guys, they give you this, I think you did this intentionally for lightness, because blue foam board is very light material. This is incorporated with the kit. They give you a sheet of this blue foam board. This is what I use for my sketch built models, like my Mars flying boat, my PB2Y Coronado flying boat. A lot of my solid fuselage hull builds, I use this here. This blue foam board is very, very good board, and it's excellent for modeling. So they decided to go ahead and use this here. It's looks like it's about 17 inches long and about 1/4 inch thick by 3 inches. And right here, you got to put the layout of your landing gear pants, or the spats, and also your landing gear fairing. Very lightweight material, and instead of using the traditional balsa, which is pretty heavy, so by keeping the weight down, that blue foam board is incorporated in the kit. And this model is very extremely light. I haven't done that research on how many grams this thing has to weigh for a perfect flight, but I'll tell you one thing, a gust of wind will blow this thing from here across the street. It's awful, very light and very fragile. And a lot of heat and it's going to be taken account for when you're handling this thing, because you want to break those stringers and lodge the rods. Okay fellas, no chatter, we're going to swing the camera over here. We'll take a look at the progress done on my Rearwin Speedster. This is my balsa wood job. I'll swing this bad boy over here so you guys get a good idea what it is here. Here it is right here, folks, in entirety. It is very, very light. The construction of this kit is traditional box construction by adding formers. Starts out with a side keel across here. When the side keel is all done, you got to add your uprights. Everything's got to be pinned down on the plan. You got to have a good straight board. So I went down the lowes, like I told you folks. I got me a piece of lumber here. This is a work board right here. A little closer here so you can see what I'm doing. All it is a 4-foot by 12-inch piece of wood by 1/2 inch thick, good and true and straight, because it's got to have a straight surface to work on, fellas, to make these things be able to fly, because you don't want to have a warped fuselage, and you sure don't want to have a wing that looks like a propeller. So everything has got to be pinned down on a true work surface. That's if you guys want to build balsa kits, that's what you got to do. They have their own form of construction, and they're very difficult at times, and it takes patience. So they build it quite nicely when they finished. And this kit right here is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. Rearwin Speedster. And the block, they give you a block of wood right here. This is for the this is the nose right here. That fits on the right across in here. So this block of wood has got to be sanded in shape. There still needs a little sanding here and there. And I'm going to use some Red Devil spackle, thin down with water as a filler right here, and use a real fine grain of wet and dry sandpaper and sand it down nice and smooth. Shoot a coat of primer on it. I'm going to go ahead and airbrush some beige on it to match the color of the tissue. And the same thing is going to be applied on the landing gear fairings and also the spats. This can be very, very easily modified to electric RC if you guys chose to do it. That's actually the state of art. A lot of these electric RC boys out there getting these small engines and they're popping in these things, and my God, I tell you, if they had stuff like that when I was a little boy, I'd be very happy. But this is going to be rubber powered, guys, all the way. The structure is pretty clean, from what I can see. No warps in the fuselage at all, straight. And you got my favorite brand of cement, the same stuff that Mr. Gary Brinker uses. This Type Bond right here. I always pour a little bit in a cup, add a little water with it till it's about the consistency of heavy cream, and I brush it on and go ahead and lay the longe rods together and also the stringers and let them dry, pin them in place. And so the idea, folks, can take your pens when you're dealing with a kit like this, you're using straight pens to hold the pieces together. When it's time to remove them, don't pull them out because you pull that wood too, because somehow the cement will sink in what the pens are at. So it's always best to take the pens and twist them. Give them a good twist with a pair of pliers, needle nose pliers. Once they break loose, you hear them pop. Once they pop they're loose, you can pull them right out without harm of wrecking your model. So you don't want to go there, fellas. This is a good kit. It builds relatively fast. The hard part's over. That's the fuselage. So next I'll be doing do it this evening. I'll be working on the tail feathers, the rudder, and the horizontal stabilizer, and let that dry and sand well and prepare for covering. And I'll start working on the wing. Then it's more or less covering the whole entire plane and assemble it after it's all covered up. Okay, guys, we're going to swing this thing around and I'll finish up the video and discuss what I'll be doing next. There I is. Okay, guys, that completes the video number 1 for my balsa wood build of the Rearwin Speedster by Dumas Flying Models. Highly recommended kit. It costs probably around 50 bucks, guys. I got down to my hobby shop, I think about 40. They're very high precision built kits, and they build quite well. And Dumas, the wood they use is very excellent wood, so I wouldn't want to go out and replace wood for what they give you the kit, because it's very light contest quality balsa. And an airplane is like a bird. Its worst enemy is weight, so got to keep the weight down. And that'd be about it. Okay, fellas, what I'll be doing now, and next I'm going to wait for my Hawker Typhoon hasn't came in from Warren, and it'll get here eventually. It's probably got tied up in Elsa now. Sometimes it takes a long time for stuff like that to go through, and I just hope the good Lord in heaven it's not lost. That's an awful expensive piece of plastic to be floating around in the mail system, and of course theft too could be a problem too if the guy's keen enough to know what's in it. So I pray to God I hope there's no result of that. Anyway, guys, right now I'll be building this for a while, and until I get my Typhoon build, and will supersede the Typhoon. Will probably be more or less finish up what I got on the plate. That's highly likely what I'll be doing. So I'll be here for a while, guys. And that'll be it. My wife is having a good time. She's vacuuming the living room and going at it. She's so happy to be home. I'm so happy she's home too. And she's well missed. My little dude, my little rat terrier. He's going to leave her out of the sight. Okay, guys, that's about concludes the video number 1 from my Balsa build on my Rearwin Speedster. So number 2 will probably follow a couple more days from now. The progress is done on the tail feathers and everything else, and I'll start on the wing and have some fun with that. And that'll be it. Okay, boys, this is Frankie Day signing off. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. May God bless, make Mama happy, and you be happy. And happy modeling. Well, please subscribe. We'll catch you guys all in the next video. Bye, boys.